What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Rewind Theater. I am Greg Miller, alongside Ryan Clements.
What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Good, man. And we're about to look at the Metal Gear Solid Rising trailer from E3 2010. First off, Ryan, we're starting on this awesome Japanese katana. What do you think of that?
Yes, it looks kind of futuristic, kind of cool. Whenever you combine classic Japanese weaponry with Metal Gear, you can only get excellent results.
It only gets awesome. Everybody, of course,
awesome.
remembers Metal Gear Solid 4. Raiden shows up. He's an expert with a sword. What you might not remember is that he got it at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, had an awesome battle with Solidus. It was his first time using the sword, completely owned with it. But then it ended. You know, Raiden walks over to Rose. She's pregnant. Was she real? What was fake? We don't know anymore because Metal Gear Solid 2 was confusing as hell. But
that's why we're going to play this game.
Exactly,
it's
Ryan.
Explain it all.
This is the one that fills in the gap between Metal Gear Solid 2 to Metal Gear Solid 4 and explains how Raiden went from a whiny little bitch in Metal Gear Solid 2 to an awesome dude who could stop a ship with his back in Metal Gear Solid 4.
I forgot about that.
Right now we're starting guy with a gun in his arm. Looks a lot like he has the frog boots. Remember these from Metal Gear Solid 4?
Except he's much more heavily armored.
He's
than
way
the frog
bigger
soldiers.
too, and he's,
yes.
as we're about to find out, not entirely human.
No.
The frog people, they just move super speedy around. They seem more normal. This guy, totally not normal. As Raiden is about to show us.
And we don't really know, at this point in the trailer, we have no idea where this trailer is taking place, except it's a robotic factory.
I say the Acme chemical plant.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa! That's not human,
man.
Look at that! That's all electrical.
That's definitely not a human being.
He's got some of the white stuff in there, like Bishop from Aliens, which of course, in any sci-fi medium, means he is a cyborg. And as Raiden shows us, he tears out his insides here. Wait, whoa. What's
Zandatsu. Here we go. So this is what Raiden just demonstrated. Zandatsu, as Kojima and his producers told us, is the theme of Metal Gear Rising. Zan in Japanese roughly means to cut, and Datsu in Japanese roughly means to take.
Oh.
So it's going to be cuts the guy and then takes out his spine or whatever that glowing ball of energy is. It looks
like the poison from The Rock. Remember when Nicolas Cage had that thing? That's
these
exactly
are great references.
Like. I know.
So
I doubt that's what it is. I want you to know. But here's the important thing. If we pause right now, watch Raiden's hand. He's holding this, all that technology, whatever goo, the information.
All the goo.
He seems to be reading it into his suit.
Yes.
Very interesting.
This is the to take part.
Why would he be taking this data information?
It's either going to be when it comes to the gameplay, you're probably going to be absorbing either like experience or health or something. You're going to be taking these from the enemies, so there's going to be some sort of, I predict there's going to be some sort of progression in this game where as you cut through enemies, you're taking it. Oh, man.
There's the progression, Ryan. My theory I present to you in this Rewind Theater is that Raiden has been critically injured. He's now part cyborg, and what he's got to do is he's trying to become the awesome cyborg Raiden we see in Metal Gear Solid 4. So he's got to go around killing these people, or these robots or whatever, taking their data to make him stronger. You see, he's got this. Look at his eye; it's red. First off, another Terminator.
Red's a bad
Terminator
color.
means cyborg, as everybody knows.
Right.
He's got a barcode on his face like Dark Angel. Things are going on here. He's got his eyes bandaged. His eyes bandaged as if he's healing. He's getting better. He's trying to get well.
He's already looking pretty badass right here, I think.
He's a tough guy.
So I think next we have the actual gameplay coming up, right?
Oh, I'm excited. Are
you? Lightning bolt action. How could it go wrong?
That's an interesting name.
I don't know. We're going to have to debate that at some future
I said interesting.
point.
Whoa.
Here we go.
That's a human. See, now there's no spine to rip out of that one.
So I don't know how he's going to take from that unless he starts drinking blood, but
Ooh,
Twilight reference? Maybe. But as you can see, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, so are we just going to be having a typical hack and slash sort of, adventure action kind of game?
Run through, tap X as many times as you can.
As you will, as we will see, you have some sort of...
Right there, he does it and then immediately changes his angle. But here's the one that shows it off. Shows how rad this game is going to be. Watch this. Slices that way. Has time slide. The blood is only barely starting to come out, and he's just, now I'm going to do it again. Get you from a different angle altogether, though.
Oh, he's deciding about it, though.
Yeah, he's being very particular.
There we go. Oh, my God, brutal. So here, it's clear that players are going to have some sort of control over how they actually execute these slashes. Now, I'm wondering if it's going to have any correlation with the gameplay, like, do you get more points?
Yeah,
if you cut off a dude's face?
Can you slow down time whenever? Is there going to be meter I have to worry about filling with the regular thing? And if you go back, the interesting thing, if we can rewind it a little bit further to when we're first running through the streets slashing, you don't have to engage these enemies that would appear straight with your sword. When he's running down that sunlit street, right, he's just cutting out these things and it's collapsing on top of the bad guys. There's much more, it looks like, the destructible environment gives you a little bit more options.
And here you said you saw
right, if we can pause it once again, right there we see a Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker ad in the background. Of course, Peace Walker had just come out on the PSP in the US, that is. a week or so before this trailer debuted. So I'm assuming that's just an Easter egg there, because it wouldn't make much sense.
No,
in
not
the
at
video
all.
game.
But that does bring up the question of where does this take place? We've sort of been predicting that it might be either somewhere in the United States, maybe somewhere in Europe. Kind of doesn't look like they're going for Japanese-style architecture here.
And here's some, you see this graffiti, here too.
On the
I mean,
wall.
obviously, graffiti's everywhere. Punks roam the streets,
all
worldwide,
over the place.
if you will. But it does seem to give off that American-European style, which would be really cool, seeing as how, you know, the last game was over in the Middle East. We're in the war zone for Metal Gear Solid 4. We're in the jungles. We're all over the place. We've never really had, except for like Alaska, we've never really had a great American story. So it'd be really cool to have, you know, Raiden running around there.
Definitely. And of course, in classic Kojima fashion, he ends the trailer with a little Easter egg that's a little kooky, a little cool. But you know, at the same time, the fact that I can slice a watermelon in Metal Gear Solid Rising, that's pretty keen.
Yeah. But it is interesting that this is pretty much the same mechanic we saw in Afro Samurai, except this looks like it works, and it will be a million times better. Not that I didn't love Afro Samurai, but obviously there was not nearly this amount of detail, this amount of change.
And we're going to have no idea if we're going to be able to, if we're controlling this with motion, if we're going to control it with a control, or
yeah,
like a traditional
that's
controller.
A very interesting thing. They said they have been looking into PlayStation Move, but no decisions have been made yet, so we'll see.
Nothing official.
No.
In general, I'm liking the look of this trailer. I think this game does look pretty rad so far, but you know, there's so much to find out still. So, what do you think?
I can't wait, man. It looks really interesting. For more on Metal Gear Solid Rising, you can check out IGN.com, because we will have updates all the time, brother.
We always cut watermelons in the office.
Ryan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.